change of state. If you heat a solid sufficiently, it will melt and become a liquid. And if you heat the liquid, it will vaporize and become a gas. Energy must be transferred into a substance to change its state in the direction from solid to liquid to gas. Conversely, energy must be extracted from a substance to change its state in the direction from gas to liquid to solid. We use the term phase to describe a specific state of matter, such as solid, liquid, or gas. The compound water exists in the solid phase as ice, in the liquid phase as water, and in the gaseous phase as steam. These forms are also referred to as states of matter, that is, the solid state, the liquid state, and the gaseous state. The transition from one phase to another is called a phase change or a phase transition. For any given pressure, a phase change takes place at a definite temperature, usually accompanied by absorption or emission of heat and a change of volume and density. In the solid phase, molecules are held together by attractive forces or bonds, and this is shown on your screen. In the diagram on your screen, the bonds holding the molecules are so strong that the molecules are not able to move about freely, and as such, they only vibrate about their main position. In the liquid phase, molecules of a substance are relatively free to move, and a liquid assumes the shape of its container. An illustration is shown on your screen. In the diagram on your screen, you will see that the molecules are moving about freely without being held at their mean position. This is because the bonds holding the molecules together are weaker than the bonds that held the molecules in the solid structure. When the molecules have enough energy to become separated by distances, the liquid changes to the gaseous phase or vapor phase. And the figure on your screen illustrates the molecules in the vapor or gaseous phase. In the diagram, you'll see that the molecules are moving further apart than they were moving in the liquid phase. This is because they've gained enough energy, or they've gained more energy than they gained in the liquid phase, and as such, they have more kinetic energy. Therefore, they move more further apart than they were moving in the liquid phase. Adding heat causes increased motion about the molecular equilibrium positions. If enough heat is added to provide sufficient energy to break the molecular bonds, the solid undergoes a phase change and becomes a liquid. The temperature at which this occurs is called the melting point. The temperature at which a liquid becomes a solid is also called the freezing point. In the liquid phase, molecules of a substance are relatively free to move, and a liquid assumes the shape of its container, just like the illustration we saw earlier. When the molecules have enough energy to become separated by distances, the liquid changes to the gaseous phase or vapor phase. When this phase change occurs slowly, it is called evaporation. However, when it occurs rapidly at a particular temperature, it is called boiling, and the temperature at which boiling occurs is known as the boiling point. Some solids, such as dry ice or solid carbon dioxide, air fresheners, naphthalene balls, or camphor, ammonium chloride, changes directly from solid to the gaseous state. And I believe most of you have seen naphthalene balls or camphor and air fresheners in your various homes. This process is called sublimation. A phase change from a gas to solid is also called deposition. Frost, for example, is solidified water vapor deposited directly on grass, car windows, and other objects. These changes have been illustrated in the diagram on your screen. In the diagram on your screen, when solid melts, it forms liquid in the process called fusion, and the liquid in turn evaporates to form gas, also in a process called evaporation or vaporization. And when the gas condenses to liquid, it is also called condensation. And when the liquid freezes back to solid, it is called solidification. Now, when the solid changes directly to gas, the process is called sublimation. And when the gas in turn changes directly to solid, the process here is also called deposition. I hope you understand the diagram clearly. Very good. Let's continue.